Hi everyone, and welcome to the next video in our Moodle 3.4 tutorial series. In this video we're going to talk about how you can back up your Moodle course to save for use in a future class. To start, navigate up to the upper right hand corner and click on the gear and choose Backup. Once the page loads, you have some options that you can choose here. Now there are two different kinds of backups that you can do. You can do a full backup, which would include all the information that you've contributed along with the work that your students have contributed, or you can do a partial backup, which would save what you've contributed to the course as a teacher and leave all the information that the students contributed out. If you're planning on using this backup for use in another course in the future, I would suggest to do a partial backup. This way you don't migrate the users that were in your old class into the new class. So to do a full backup, you would honestly just leave everything as is and not touch anything. You can choose to include the grade history or course logs. That isn't checked off, but otherwise if you're looking to just do a full backup, you leave everything as is, press next, and this will take you to the Schema Settings, which will show you basically what you are backing up. So your announcements, all of your activities, any type of quizzes you have, and the fact that this is checked off means that the user data is also included with this as well. So when you are done checking out all of this information and it looks good to you, press Next. And this will show you will confirm what you have selected in the previous step, showing that we want to include our user and we want to include all of these things in our backup. So we'll scroll down and choose Perform Backup. Now it says my backup file was successfully created, and I press Continue, and now it'll take me to the page where I can see that that backup was saved. Now I'm going to show you the next step that you do after you back up your course. But first I want to show you how you would go ahead and do a partial backup, which is probably the one you're going to use most often. So I'm going to go back to my main page here, and again go to the gear and choose Backup. And to make a partial backup, all you have to do is uncheck where it says Include Enrolled Users. And you can uncheck anything if you don't want to include these items, but I'm going to leave it as is and press Next. And again, my schema settings are just a way of choosing what I want to bring over from my old class into the new semester. And this might be if maybe an assignment that you did in one semester didn't quite work out and you don't want to include it, you could just uncheck it from the backup and make it not appear for when you restore it. So scroll down, and when you're ready, you click Next. And then again, this is just a confirmation of all of those things that we chose before, and we're going to press Perform Backup. Press Continue, and here I have another one of my backups. So here's one, and here's another one. I always suggest backing up your file to an external device. That could be your computer, it could be a USB stick, it could be an external hard drive, or you can even upload it to Google Drive. This is a very important step because you're going to want a copy of this backup in another place just in case something happens and it is not on Moodle. So in order to make that copy, we're going to click Download. Now I want to do the partial backup, and I can see the difference in the sizes. One is bigger than the other, so I want to do the smaller one, and you can also tell by the time of when you did the backup. So I'm going to click Download, and I'm using Google Chrome, so what it does when I download, my downloads automatically go into my Downloads folder and show up down here. Same thing goes for Firefox. Unless you've changed it, your downloads should go to your Downloads folder. And you just want to make sure that when you do download the backup, you are looking for it wherever your downloads are held on your computer. You'll notice that there really wasn't much of a notification of where it went, so that could sometimes get a little confusing. So make sure that you know where your downloads go, and then once you go in there, you'll be able to find your backup. And my backup is here, and that way I can just save it to my computer, or I could put it on an external device. And those are the two ways that you can back up your Moodle course. Backup is a really great feature because it saves so much time for you down the road. So now when the next semester comes along, all you have to do is find your file, restore it into your course, and all you'll really have to do then is go into the different activities and change any type of dates that'll make sense for that particular semester. But otherwise, you'll be all set to go, and it'll save you a ton of extra work.